Hey guys, it's Tootsie, and I have no idea what I'm gonna title this video. Absolutely no idea. I know it's been a long time, and I know the setup looks different. In my past video when I uploaded it, I know I said it was extremely pre-filmed, because that was in my old apartment, and I'm now in my new apartment. I'm now in a 2-bedroom apartment. I still live in the same apartment complex. It's just a different building. So, of course it's a different unit, but it's also in a different building. It's across the apartment complex, because there's so many buildings here. I think there's 8-10 buildings as apartment complex. I've been off a lot because I have been struggling a lot, because really at the time I didn't know where I was going with my video. I didn't even make any plans for this video, because I've tried to film this video over the past 3 months 4 times, and this is my 5th try. I've been going through a lot mentally. I fell into a really bad depression, and what I felt depressed about involved people, and it involved also their private business. So it's I couldn't really talk about it with somebody else, because it would involve talking about other people that it's their private business, if that makes sense. Because it's I don't believe in kind of talking behind people's backs or revealing private business of somebody else to other people just to make myself feel better, even though that's how I let out when I'm depressed, is talking about it with someone trusting. And it's I feel like I've lost trust in a lot of people who I can trust to tell things to a lot, which is very eye-opening to me, how I have very few people that I feel like I can trust completely. Or it's I trust certain people with these certain things and these people with these certain things. I fell in a really deep depression, and one of the things I'm going to be honest about, like I said, how my boyfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call him, became the overworked truck driver. I got really depressed after the first year. The first year was just me getting used to it, but then it's I was okay. It started getting really bad after a year, and I got really depressed. I got very lonely, and I tried to go out with friends and stuff, and people could see I was sad, and they would always ask me, what's wrong, talk about it. And it's just it's nothing more than I already told them. It's I'm sad, I miss Jesse, and I can't change that fact, and I didn't know what, and people didn't know, they didn't, I don't feel like they understand, because it's just this is why I'm sad, but it's I can't change that fact. He's on the road, he's gone. I felt really depressed. And kind of back to a new apartment, the reason why we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment was, one, to have more space, and also his mother moved in with us because she fell on kind of hard times. Long ass story. And also one of the things that I can't feel comfortable talking on YouTube, because it involves other people who maybe they don't want their life shared on the internet, and I'm not going to. Jesus, I'm getting hot. I don't know why. All of a sudden it was I felt so cool. I was just sitting here on my computer watching YouTube, and all of a sudden now I'm getting hot. I'm starting to feel a little better now. My boyfriend, my teddy bear, he is still over the road currently right now. Hopefully he will be getting another job here in October. He has filled out an application, and he has an interview set up in October. We're actually in October, I'm actually going on a cruise, and my boyfriend, he's coming with me, and his mom's coming with me. It's actually a cruise for my mom's husband side of the family. Now, I don't know if I ever talked about this on YouTube. I know I talked about how my dad passed away from cancer when I was a senior in high school, when I was 18. I don't know if I talked about how she remarried. Yeah, she remarried back in 2015, I think, 2015, 2016, around that time. She remarried, and so I just call him by his name. I'm not gonna say his name here on YouTube, because my mom is very private, and so is he, of course. And I know how sometimes in public people get weird, how I don't call him like how I just call my mom's husband, how I don't even say stepdad, or how I don't say dad to him, how I call him by his first name, because like he married my mom when I was like, when I was like 20, 21. Like I was already like an adult. So to me, he didn't like raise me at all. I was already raised. I was already adult. I just so happened to still be living with my mom, which is like one thing about the society. I swear that I feel like earlier millennials, like anyone like before millennials, like okay, millennials start like age-wise like in 1988, and it goes to like 2000 or like 99 or 2000. And so I feel like anyone before millennials and like early millennials, like it's easier for them to start their life out. But now like it is so hard. Like this, like me and Jesse moved out because we wanted to get out of the house, of my mom's house, because it was becoming so stressful on me mentally, and we wanted to get out of there. And we just like, we gotta start somewhere, we gotta take a shot at it. And like money was really, really tight with our job, so that's why he went over the road to make more money. But in turn, it's kind of really putting a high strain on our relationship. And we've talked about this many times. We talked about this, and that's why he's choosing to hopefully get a different job. And hopefully at this job, supposedly he'll be making the same money or even a little more. That will be a lot better, because a lot of people, if stimulation is about over the road, there's many different types of over the road trucking. Some leave and they come home like on Friday, and then they leave Monday. Okay, like they leave Monday and they come home Friday, and then they stay the weekend. Not all truckers are like that. Some are like on the road for 10 days and then home like 4 or 5 days, and then they're on the road 10 days again. Now, mine, he would, let's just say he comes home on a Thursday. Then he would leave like Friday morning or Friday evening, and then he would be gone until Thursday again. Or he wouldn't even come home at all. Like, he would come back to the state we live in. He wouldn't come home to see me. And then he would go out again. So it's like, most of the time, I didn't even see him for 24 hours. Most of the time I saw him, it was like 10 hours. The majority of the time, we were sleeping. Because he's home for night. Like, because he'll come home between like 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. at night, and I have to be at work at 6:30 in the morning, so I wake up like around 5:30, so I'm going to bed, like I go to bed around 8, but I fall asleep around like 9:30, so it's just like, if he's coming home around 8 p.m., we're not even getting 6 hours together. I mean, yeah, we go lay in bed and we sleep, but that's like not really spending time together. You can probably tell why I would get really depressed from that, and that would be extremely hard, Most couples will say I'm so strong and so brave for doing that, saying they couldn't stand it, and just say, they would make it sound like they would just like dump the person, but I couldn't do that, because I love him and care about him so much. Like, I couldn't do that. But I was getting really depressed, where I'll be honest, and I was honest about him, like, where I was thinking of, like, like, what would I do if I couldn't stand it no more and I had to leave? If, like, I had to care more about my mental being, where I couldn't stay in that type of relationship no more. But that's the one thing I'm going back to about how, like, what I was talking about, the millennial thing, how it's easier for, like, early millennials and people before to, like, start life. But then, like, the later millennials, like, it's so hard because life is so expensive these days. It's, like, so expensive, and, like, college is so expensive. And the world is, like, so populated, and we're relying on so many computers, so you don't need as many jobs. And also, like, it gets stereotypical where, like, even, like, these jobs, like, where they want to raise, like, the minimum wage to $15 an hour, great, then, but it's like every time the minimum wage goes up, the cost of living goes higher and higher and higher. It's like, I saw this study where it's like, for someone to be in middle, because like there's different classes. People think like there's just high class, middle class, and like poverty, but there's actually many classes in between. There's like a class between poverty and middle class, and that's called a working class, which majority of the people are in my area are from what I have learned what it is and in school. Like, supposedly I saw the study where in Minnesota, in what we call the metro area, which is like the city area, because we have two cities, you know, we have St. Paul and we have Minneapolis, and they're like right here, they're like right next to each other, and they're just kind of separated by the river. And like St. Paul's our capital, but Minneapolis is way huger. And then we have like this huge suburb circle around it, and it's just, and the suburbs are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're just building more houses. So we have like huge subterranean. So like, and there's also like little, like teeny little city areas where they have like a few major businesses, and like there's also some like way up north in Duluth, you know, it's like a little city. And then like there's like also like in the subterranean, like kind of like where before comes on, there's like St. Cloud, which is like a little city area, and then like below, like, you know, the cities like down here in Minnesota, like there's Rochester. Kind of going on topic, like in the metro area, to afford a 2-bedroom apartment equally and then have like a vehicle, you know, and like, you know, the average a person, how much a person would spend on food, and like all the average essentials of how much whatever essentials you need, like food, phone, clothing, like regular out to eating, like cable, internet, yada yada yada. A person had to be making over $20 an hour. That's a lot. Normally, like someone single wouldn't be able to do that, because I don't make $20 an hour. Like very rare people normally. That's like a high class job normally, and it's not like I'm making a minimum wage job, but like it's so like kind of, it's so difficult, you know. So that's what I was so scared about, because I wouldn't know where I would go, because I like things a certain way. I don't know like why, like my camera is like getting, I'm sorry if the quality of this video is like really bad. My camera used to be so much better than this, and it's just like fuzzy. Like, why is this fuzzy? Can I fix this? Okay. Whoa. Okay, I did do something. Okay, I don't know what I did. I did something, but it doesn't really look any better. It might look worse. It's kind of getting dark out. Easy bee, my kitty. But kind of as I was saying, so I was unsure what I would do, because I wouldn't even be able to afford like a 1-bedroom. If I did, it would be a very cheap apartment, and the very cheap apartments like in like the area I would want to be in to be kind of close to work would be very dangerous areas, because of course it's like it's in any city, there's dangerous areas, there's whatever's involved, whether that be drugs, prostitution, gangs, whatever, you know, like every place has it in some area. And the places that would have that apartment that I could afford would be in those areas, and I just wouldn't feel completely safe being there on my own. And so I felt really torn about what I should do, but I'm getting better now because I've opened up about it to everything. I was also really torn about what I should do, because I have a lot of ideas, like so much in my head of things I want to do, but all I got is a webcam and a camera phone. And kind of back to the topic of me going on the cruise I was talking about, my mom's like husband's family. I was trying to decide if I should vlog it or not. I'm unsure about that. I don't know, because like when I go on vacation, I just want to get away and relax. But then if I'm vlogging, like will it be fun or will it be a hassle? Will I not fully enjoy the moment? I don't know. Like one more thing I wanted to talk about was like I'm not, like I was saying, like I'm not sure, like I have so many ideas for like videos like I want to do. Any way of filming the way I want. So most of my videos are probably going to be sit down like talking videos. And so I'm thinking of bringing that back. But normally when I want to talk, I just want to sit here and be free. It's like I might make a few notes sometimes, you know. So hopefully this will give me that push start to like film videos and edit videos and like just do sit down and talky videos, because the videos I used to love to watch were like Q&As and like hauls. Not necessarily Q&As like tags, like question tags, but question tags are kind of dead. Q&As happen and majority of the time, like with well, technically I do mainly do question tags. I haven't really done Q&As because there's a few people who actually have a lot of followers and where they can get the questions from. And like hauls are dead, but also when you do hauls, you gotta have money to buy stuff, you know, and I buy stuff in like little portions and stuff, and so it's just like if I buy maybe 3 items at the most, it's gonna be a really short haul. But then it's like, oh, wait till you get enough. Well, like if I wait, then I'm gonna forget what I buy, and then I'm gonna have to like find it all. I'm like, oh yeah, I bought this, but I don't remember where it's from. Like, yeah, it's too much. I'll try to figure it out and see what I'm doing. So, and it's just getting super dark, so I'm going to end this video here and maybe edit it like tomorrow, probably Tuesday, because it's like Sunday. Sunday is my day off, and also that's also like my fiance, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, his mother, who I mentioned earlier in the video, who lives with us, day off, and so it's just like, it doesn't matter what room I go in. See, I hate having headphones in, and it doesn't matter what room I go. She's gonna hear it, and it's just gonna annoy her, me sitting there clicking, and then try to like get at the right point where I want it to go. But I'm gonna go because this video is just getting way too dark for me. I'm gonna put it in editor and see if it fixes this stuff. I don't know if I did something with my settings here or what. I have no idea. If this was your first video watch of me and you want to see more of whatever the hell I'm going to decide I'm going to talk about, or check out my older videos when they were happy and joy and bubbly and I actually had video ideas, you know, subscribe and join me here at the Pine Tree Forest, because I live in Minnesota and there's a pine tree forest here. So, yeah. Bye!